So in the previous class, we are discussing about the four yoga, and we're discussing the beginning of all the participants of Mahabharata. The dynasty is Kuru, and the king is known as Hastinapur also, and the dynasty is Kuru dynasty, and the king was Santanu, and he has the first wife as Ganga, divine mother Ganga, and from Ganga he got one son. Although he got many sons, he just received only one son, and his name is Devabrata, and his name was changed to Bhisma after his great promise. And I want to tell you one thing about this Bhisma Pratigya, or the great promise by Bhisma. And after the great promise, his father gave him the blessing or the boon. And do you know it is a boon? And this boon is he has the wished death, wishful death. Whenever he will have the wish, he will die. Do you know who? It is Bhisma. And how he received? He received from his father. So don't think that, because at that time 50% they were following the truth and 50% dharma was there, means moral conduct was there. So look the power of the truth. If you are following the truth, speaking the truth, how much power you have. It is telling about, because the king, although get married with the second wife, the Satyavati, but due to his following the good conduct and all this thing, what he speak, it has become a boon, it has become a truth. And Bhisma, whenever he wants, he will die, otherwise nobody can kill him. That's why in the battlefield, he was under the deathbed with arrows for 18 days. And after for few more days, he leave the body. Although he has a lot of arrows on his body, he did not die because he has the wish. Whenever he will wish, he will die. And do you know it is? I will tell you also a little bit about it. There are two type of path, that is called Uttarayana and Dakshinayana. And when you are leaving the body in the Uttarayana, you will go to the heaven. It is the tradition there, or you will have the right next birth, good birth in the next life. It is they are telling. So it is continue for 6 months. And do you know, in June, after this August, it is coming the Dakshinayana. And after 6 months, the Uttarayana will start. Uttarayana means the sun or the earth move toward the north. And in this 6 months, the earth move towards the south. That's why it is known as Uttarayana and Dakshinayana. Then the other thing I was telling, right from the now, try to follow the truth. It will help you in your life as much as you can follow. So now we are going to start talking about the Satyavati. Now Satyavati get married with Santanu. And he has two sons. And the name of the son is Chitrangad and Vichitrabirya. So Satyavati has two sons with Santanu, and they are known as Chitrangad and the next one is Vichitravirya. laptop. So he has two sons. One is Satyavati. He has two sons, Chitrangat and Vichitravirya. But I am now going to tell about the stories about Satyavati. He was the daughter of. So write down another name also. Previously, he has another son. His name is Vedavyasa. Vedavyasa. And his father name was Parashar. So you can write down all this name. You can please write down. So Satyavati, after getting married with Santanu, he has two sons. One is Chitrangad and the other one is Vichitravirya. But before getting married with Santanu, Satyavati has one son and his name is Vedavyasa. And he is the son of Rishi Parasar. So, do you know how Parasar takes place? The Veda Vyasa comes, the son of Satyavati. When she was a fisherman's daughter, and she was usually doing the duty to ferry the people from one side of the river to the other side of the river. And it is hard duties, and she catch the fish. This is the two duties. So one day, one rishi or great master, his name is Parasar, he come there and want to go across the river, and he requests Satyavati to ferry the boat to ferry to the other side of the river. But when he get down into the boat, then the desire developed that he want to get married with Satyavati, and he gave the proposal. The Rishi Parasar gave the proposal. But She said that I cannot get married with you because I will get married to his mom. It is not a good thing. The other thing is, if I'll get married, I will not remain virgin, and I cannot get married to any other people next time. So the Rishi said that I am giving all the promise, or I am giving all the power that after we get married, will develop a son or will create a son, and I will take this son. This is the only purpose I am going to get married with you. And then after you cross the river to the other side and come back to this side again, you will remain virgin again. So this is the condition. And he created with his magic power or the power of the Rishi or the master, he created great building and all this thing, palace inside the boat, and they have the matting and they get a sun instantly. And they ferry the boat to the other side. And when they ferry the boat to the other side, the Rishi take the son, and his name is Vedavyas. So the first son of Satyavati is Vedavyasa, and he is the writer of all the Upanishad, Vedas, and the Bhagwat Gita also. And we'll tell you little more story about him when time will come. So now Chitra, the Satyavati, had two sons with the help of Santanu, and the eldest son is very powerful, and he started fighting with many people or many kings, and he died out of fighting. So one son was left behind, and after few days or few months or few years, the second son was also died out of disease. So now, before the second son was died, look, I am telling you another story. There was a place, it is known as Kasi, or it is known as the Varanasi, Kasi. And there was a king there, and he has 3 daughters. And write down the name of the daughter. It is so the Kasi king has 3 daughters. Their names are Amba, Ambalika, Ambika, and Ambalika. And at that time, the system was there. If anybody attend the Swayamvar, means they invite all the different kings, and who will be the powerful king or the powerful prince, then he will take the hands of all the princess. So Bhishma, he was the great warrior. He visited this Kasi, and he defeated all the prince and the king, and he brought Amba, Ambika, and Ambalika to get married with Vichitra Birge. So Vichitra Birge get married with only two daughters, Ambika and Ambalika. And the Amba, the first daughter, she said that, she argue with Bhishma that you have win in the fight and you have brought me here. So I want to get married with you, not with Vichitra Birge. Because you are the great warrior and you defeated all these people, all this king, prince. So I want to get married with you. Then Bhishma said that I have already given the promise that I will not get married. Then she was so much angry and she left the palace and she started giving penance, means spiritual practice to revenge against Bhishma. And later on, she become after a lot of practice, spiritual practice, she become a transgender. And in the war, the Mahabharata, she participated as a transgender. And when Bhishma see a transgender or woman, he cannot want to put the arrow, bow and arrow or any other weapon for fight. This is his condition. That's why he was killed by Arjuna or shoot arrow by Arjuna. Because he don't put the arrow back. Because all these people, this Pandava side, they put this transgender woman in front of the Bhishma so that he will not put the bow and arrow and he don't want to fight. This is the condition. Otherwise, he has got the boon that nobody can kill him because he has the death, wishful death. So now the Vichitra Birge has two wives. One is Ambika, another is Ambalika, means the two queens. But unfortunately, he was died before giving any child to this kingdom. So now the mother of Vichitra Birge, Satyavati, she get worried because now the race will be discontinued. Because Bhishma is already promised that he will not get married. And the first son, he was Vedavyasa, he is a monk now. And the third son, he got married with two queens, but they don't have any issue now. So now it is a problem for this Satyavati that all the races will be stopped in front of her presence. So she requests Bhishma to meet with the two queens to have the children. But Bhishma said that I have given you the promise earlier, so I cannot get married with or touch this woman anymore. So now Satyavati asks the Vedavyasa, the first request, please do something because our race will be discontinued here. So at that time, he was living with his father or the master Parasar. He is having all the knowledge about the spirituality, about the world, about cosmos and all these things. And he was a great saint, but he used to visit his mother sometime And due to the request of the mother, he come to the kingdom, and the Satyavati request that you should meet with this queen, the widow's queen, to have the children. But she said that I am a monk, how can I have this meeting with this woman? Then with a lot of request of Satyavati, he agreed. And he said that, okay, I will go and meet with the queen number 1 and queen number 2, and you can give the instruction to them so that they will meet me happily, relaxedly. Otherwise, look what he is telling. While you are getting a son or any issue, you have to meet properly. You have to have a proper feelings, physically, mentally, emotionally. Otherwise, you will have the bad child, bad issue, children. So when the Veda Vyasa visited the first queen, she don't want to meet with the Veda Vyasa because he was very black, very ugly, because he was a monk. So she closed her eyes as long as the Veda Vyasa was there in the room of the queen. And whether it is a physical meeting or it is a divine meeting, whatever, we don't know all these things. And after he come back with the meeting of the first queen, Vedavyasa explained to his mother, Satyavati, that although I visit the first queen, she closed her eyes. That's why the son will become blind. And from this first meeting, the first son come, and his name is Dhritarashtra. And he was blind right from the birth. And the second queen, when he visited the second queen, she did not close the eyes, but she did not meet properly or happily. That's why she was thrilling with the body. That's why the son come out. His name is Pandu, and he was not so strong. So now they have two sons from the Veda Vyasa, and they are not so good. One is blind, other one is not so strong. So now he explained all this thing to Satyavati about the meeting of the two queens, and the result will be like that. Therefore, Satyavati was worried about the blind son and the not strong son. So she requests the first queen again to meet the Vedavyasa nicely, properly, relaxedly, so that you can have a strong son or good son and valuable son. But she did not agree with the mother or Satyavati. But she played a trick. Instead of meeting by herself, she sent her servant to meet this Vedavyasa. When Vedavyasa come, she sent her servant, and from this servant, she met properly, nicely, happily. That's why they have this third son, and his name is Vidura. Vidura was become the minister throughout his whole life, taking care of the two brothers. The blind brothers, number one is Dhritarashtra, and the second one is Pandu. Clear? Now we are coming to know about the Dhritarashtra and Pandu. So I'm writing the name of this So number one, so now Dhritarashtra was blind right from the beginning, the eldest son. Pandu was the second son. He was not so strong. So when they get young, Dhritarashtra was get married with Gandhari, and Pandu get married with two queens, Kunti and Madri. And from Dhritarashtra they have 100 sons. And the eldest son was Duryodhana. So from Dhritarashtra and Gandhari, they got 100 sons. And from Kunti, they have 5 sons. And their name are, now write down. So now Dhritarashtra was a fast blind son or prince, and he get married with Gandhari, and they have 100 sons. And the first son of the eldest son of Gandhari is Duryodhana. And Pandu have two queen, Kunti and Madri. And from Kunti they have three sons, Yudhishthira, Bhima, and Arjuna. And from Madri they have Nakula and Sahadeva. So now I am going to tell you about little bit about the stories of the story of the Kunti. Kunti has three sons. First one is Yudhishthira, second one is Bhima, and the third one is Arjuna. And in this Mahabharata or in this Bhagwat Gita, Arjuna is the main participant, main part of the Bhagavad Gita, because Lord Krishna gave all the knowledge to Arjuna. And now look how it works.
Okay, Karan was also Kunti's son, na?
I am now telling about the Kunti's son. So when Kunti get married with Pandu, previously she had a son. And do you know how she get this son? She served the Rishi Durvasa. His name is Durvasa, and he was a great master Rishi, and he visited the family of Kunti, or the Kunti's father invite this Durvasa Rishi. So he stay in this family for few days, and in this time Kunti was serving with all his help, means she was giving food and all this thing, taking care of this Rishi. So he was pleased with Kunti, and he gave a boon or a magic power or a mantras, and he said that I am very pleased with your service, with my stay with your family. So I am happy to give you this mantra, and it will be helpful to you in future. And when Kunti inquired about this mantras, the power of the mantra, then the Durvasa said that if you think about anybody to meet with you, or if you want to meet somebody, and if you think about that person, he will present before. This is the power of this mantra. So after Durvasa left this family, one day she wake up early in the morning, and she was looking through these windows, the rising sun. And the sun, we call it a sun god. So the moment she saw, it is a very beautiful shining and all this thing, and she knows this is the sun god. Then she say, think that why should not I call or think about this sun god? So this sun god will present in front of me. The moment she apply or test the mantras, she want to test the mantra. And the moment she tests the mantra, this sun god appears before her. And the sun god asks, what do you, why you call me, why you think about me? Then she said that I was having a mantra, and I want to know about the power of the mantra, whether it is working or not. That's why I use this power. Then the sun god said, although you have applied the mantra out of curiosity, but now I cannot leave you without giving something to you. So I am now giving the power or whatever say. Just like since you are a young woman now or teenage woman now, and you invite a person, so I am giving that power, and with this power you will get pregnant, and she get pregnant, and in due times she give birth to a baby, and his name is Karna. So it is the first son of Kunti is Karna, and now she is going to have the three sons. How she will going to have the three sons? We'll tell you the stories also. So now look, now she is unmarried. She is teenage, and so now she is get pregnant and she deliver a baby or boy. So now she cannot keep the boy due to the society, due to the customs, due to all these things. So he keep the baby inside a box, casket, and put it on the river, so that he thought that somebody will take this baby when he saw or anybody saw this box, so that my son will remain alive. And she left the box and the son inside the box in the river, and the a man and woman, they don't have any children, they were taking bath and they saw the box and they take care of this son. So his name is the first son is Karna. And do you know, since he is the son of the sun god, he was having so much power and so much um, what strength, and he was born with uh, they call Utkundal means they have ring and have a cover means on the whole body. Nobody can pierce the body because it is covered with this concealed cover of this whole body. So now we are going to tell about this Kunti again. And then she get married with Pandu. And Pandu get married with Madri also. Now the Pandu has two wives, and it is the custom of the king to have the what hunting in this forest. So they go for the king Pandu go for hunting, and he go with his two queen also there. So they are remain in a hut or some place, and every day this king Pandu will go to the forest for hunting. And one day, while he was searching for hunting, he heard or he saw the two uh, deers. One is male deer and the other is female deer. They were having the uh, meeting, or they are having all this enjoyment in the forest. And these two deers, one is male, one is female, they are the rishi, the master, they are living in this forest. And one day the ideas come to their mind because they are living in the forest, and they thought that why you will not uh, have the meeting each other just like the deer, because they saw the deer, they are meeting very nicely or very happily. So this was the thing they were doing. At that time, this Pandu shot the arrow. One deer was died, and when the moment he shoot the arrow and he going to die, they come to the real form. Means they are the saint and the wife of the saint. So the moment they come to this human body, they give the curse to Pandu. that you cannot see the pleasure of our meeting, and you shoot the arrow. In the same way, when you're going to meet with your wife or queen, you will have face the same consequence. Means you will burn, your body will be burned. Both of you will be burned. Just like you kill us, you will be burned. So this is the penance, or this is the sin, or this power. It was given by the rishi and the wife of the rishi, and they died. And when Pandu returned home to the cottage, he was not happy. And when these two queens, they inquired, what is happening today with you? You are not looking very happy. Then he explained that since I was having the hunting, I hunt the rishi, wife of the rishi. And they give the curse that if I am going to meet with you, then we will be born into ashes. This is the cause given by the rishis, and they died. So they come back to the palace, and after a few days, Kunti give the proposal to Pandu that don't get worried, because I have the power of the mantra. If we are not going to meet each other, I can invite great person if you permit, if you agree with me. Then we can have this son from this great uh, divine power. So there is no other option. Otherwise, the race will be discontinued. So Pandu agreed. And the first time the Kunti invite Dharmaraj, right now, Dharmaraj. Dharma means the right conduct, and Raja means the king of this right conduct, who take care of all this. So when she invite Dharmaraja, from Dharmaraja they get the first son, that is Yudhishthira. And since they were not happy with one son, she invite two more times. After the Dharmaraja, she invite the air god, Vayu Devta. And from the air god, the Bhima was take birth. And the third time, she invite the king of the Devta, or king of the divine power. It is known as Indra. His name is Indra. He invite Indra, and from Indra they get this son Arjuna. So the son of Arjuna is Indra, and the mother is Kunti. And as Madhuri cannot meet with this Pandu, neither Kunti meet with Pandu, and now she cannot have any son. So with the with the request of Madhuri, Kunti invite two god. It is Ashwini Kumar, means the god of the Ayurveda's two, two brothers, and from these two brothers, the two son comes out. It is known as Nakul and Sahdev. So now they have, Pandu has 5 sons, and the Dhritarashtra has 100 sons. And this son were getting younger and younger. But one day, Pandu cannot control his desire, and she tried to meet with the Madhuri. Means she start hugging and all this thing with the Madhuri. And the moment she start meeting with Madhuri, both were burned together, because due to the curse of the rishi. So now Kunti having the 5 sons. Madri was died, Pandu was died. So I will go and give you this story also regarding Pandu. Since Dhritarashtra was blind, see, he should go to the throne, but he was not ascend to the throne because he was blind. So Pandu was the king, and now Pandu died, and now the children, the 100 sons from the other side, and the 5 sons, they have not grown up to become the ascend to the throne or become the king. So in the meantime, Dhritarashtra, the blind, although he was blind, he was ascend the throne. And now I'm going to tell you about the blind and all this thing. Look, the mother of Dhritarashtra, she did not meet Vedavyasa properly. That's why he got this son was blind. It was not blind only physically, but he was blind mentally. So, and if a blind person physically and mentally ascend to the throne, what will happen? You know, he will be attached to the throne. Means he will get attached to the throne, the power, position, and all this. And it was happened with this Dhritarashtra, the same thing. But when this 5 sons and the 100 sons, they grown up, since Yudhishthira is the eldest son, he was ascend to the throne. But with conspiracy, the blind king do not want to leave the power to this new guy or the young guy. So they create a conspiracy, or he has a lot of attachment to his own son, Duryodhana. He wants Duryodhana should ascend to the throne, but it was impossible due to the ministry thinking, because Bhishma was there and Vidur was there. So, but they created conspiracy to kill all the 5 sons and the mother, and they put in a beautiful house. It is made out of wax, and they put fire on this palace. And but this 5 brother and the mother, they escape narrowly with the help of a tunnel, and they get all this knowledge previously. So now all the 5 brothers, again they become the beggars, and they are wandering outside. And now the king again become this, the blind person again become the king. So it was continue for many days. And in this meantime, these 5 brothers get married with Draupadi. Right on. Draupadi is the queen of the 5 brothers. The 5 brothers get married to one queen or one woman, and her name is Draupadi. And with this, when they get married with Draupadi, it is a big stories. Then they came into light that these 5 brothers are not the ordinary people, but these Pandavas, or the son of Pandu. Then they came back and to their own kingdom, and they divide the kingdom into 2 parts. One part was given to these 100 brothers, and the one part was given to the 5 brothers. But the 5 brothers, they flourish very quickly. Their kingdom were very good, and they are very rich. But these people, they cannot happy with this richness or the flourish of these 5 brothers or their kingdom. Then they have another conspiracy to have the gambling. It was the time for the gambling. The king, usually they have the gambling. So they invite the 5 brothers for gambling and they lost their kingdom. And they lost many time in this gambling, and the last time when they lost, it was the condition that they will remain in disguise or go to the forest for 13 years, and 1 year they will remain in disguise. So they have to leave the forest. So when they come back after 14 years, it was a long story. So they now want this half of their kingdom, because after the gambling they defeated, they follow the tricks, they remain in the forest and disguise for 14 years. Now they want their kingdom, and now these people, the hundreds and this blind man or the blind king Dhritarashtra don't want to give a piece of land. And that's why there is no option to fight. And in between, the Krishna comes. And in the next lesson, we will discuss about the Krishna, the relationship between Krishna and Kunti, and the relationship between Krishna and Arjuna. And we'll tell about the next tomorrow, the next Wednesday. So if you have any doubt, anybody, please tell me. Anybody, any doubt? So take your position. So in the next lesson, we are going to start this Bhagwat Gita and how the war take place, what is the discussion or the arguments between Arjuna and Krishna. That thing will start this Bhagwat Gita. So take your position, close your eyes, 1 time Om, 3 times Shanti. Breathe in deeply. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Palms together. So from the next class, I request everybody to have the Bhagavad Gita so that you can start. Okay. Hari Om.
Hari Om, Swamiji. Thank you.
Hari Om.